Hey everyone, welcome to The Advisor. I am co-host Lisa Urbanski and I have Hassan Mahumina. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, with us today. He is back for episode number 5. He is the author of a book called Captain Garuda, A Tale of Bravery, Kindness, and a Big Heart. Last episode, him and I were talking about traveling, and he was sharing his experiences on how to travel around the world on a budget. Like, who doesn't need that information? This man lost 155 pounds, and he is here today to take us dive into the superpowered smoothie bar of recovery, is what I'm going to call it. We are going to talk about supplementation and how that affects mental health and how to recover from mental health ailments such as anxiety and depression by using things like food and supplementation. And I absolutely love this topic so incredibly much. And I'm so excited to talk to him today. Before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, Spreaker and iHeartRadio. Without you guys, this would not be possible. Hey, Hassan, welcome back. How are you?
Totally fine. Just a little bit stressed because the competition almost after a couple days.
Right. So for the audience, he's preparing for a weightlifting, right? Weightlifting competition, or what is it?
It's a bodybuilding competition, natural bodybuilding competition.
Bodybuilding
Yeah.
competition. So he's
And
been
this
like
week is,
training.
or this the season is the peak week. Almost the peak week is coming. That's why I feel a little bit
Whoa.
stressed because we're reducing the carbohydrates.
Oh, so your body, what does that do to the body? So you're reducing your
Uh,
carbohydrates. Why do you reduce your carbohydrates?
we like for example in the peak week, the last 10 days. The first 5 days of the peak week, usually, or from the 10 days, we increase the water dose, sometimes to reach to 7 to 8 liter, and
Mm.
to reduce the carbohydrate to make the water get out. Because if you want to reduce the liquid in your body to make the
Mm.
dimension appear, you need to more water to make the water get out. And you have to
Mhm.
face the body by something, so he take a different action from what's going on, yani like a domino action. But when you don't have enough carbo, that's what's happened. The water get out. And after the last 5 days, the final 5 days before the competition day, we start reducing water and increasing carbohydrate to make the water to make yani, a different yani, balancing to protect the glycogen until the last
Oh.
day. Not allowed to drink any water, maybe allowed to drink coffee or any herb like tea or any caffeine, but not allowed the water in general.
Wow.
And then the competition day, of course, you need if you want to drink just a little tiny to keep hydrated a little bit if you are too dehydrated, because
Wow.
this is like
That's
sensitive situation.
crazy. That is so much dedication and resilience and like getting up and
Because
doing that
usually
every
we
day.
increase within the peak week the dose of the sodium and the potassium,
Yeah.
and so not making deep balance for these things, you have to be careful for the every small details, like when you go to exam for medical school like that. It's very sensitive like that.
Mm. Well, that's really exciting, Hassan. I know the audience is cheering you on and I'm cheering you on. You're gonna do great. We're excited to have you back. I know we just got started, but you're gonna come back and talk about your experience on the next episode.
Inshallah. Hope so.
Yeah, amazing. So, do you want to talk about today's topic? We're talking about supplementation and how that affects the mental
Exactly.
health. And I know for me, when I changed my supplements and started putting into my body what I needed, my mental health improved so much. Let's talk about it.
The first thing we need to understand that mentality problems, where does it come from? Let me give an example. When you have a free time, the first point, when you have free time, mostly you need to go do something for yourself, like going outside, doing anything. But when you don't take any of this action, maybe you could watch in the mobile about videos, skipping, and sitting in the room, relaxing, and then you could see some plus 18 shorts or like that. And then you start focusing, and then you start stress. And then if you keep watching like that for a long time, day by day, then from too much stress, anxiety, then you're gonna have depression. An example. And of course, the front side of the brain get affected from watching too much plus 18 because you don't do it in the reality. You just watch it and you try to imagine it. You cannot. And when you have too much stress, if you try to have like a relationship with your wife in the future, you'll not be able to have a good relationship because too much anxiety affect even for the reality of life, for almost everything. So imagine this tiny problem make us mentality problem. Yes, it's affect, but to fix that problem, we must understand that we need to replace the bad habits by good habits. Of course, that doesn't come in one day. It's like uh, reducing fat or try to study a new subject or a new major. It takes time, yani, to make the brain and the body accept it, to change that. So I know a lot of people, they could fail multiple times, but it's okay. Doing something better than nothing. Yani. I know there are a lot of mistakes, but it's okay, yani, having mistakes within your trying. That's why I try to tell the people, try to, for like, it's the same thing with smoking. If you want, people, when they smoke, try to reduce stress and feel comfortable, but after they stop, they start stressing, and then they get depressed, and then they back smoking. That's why when they try to use the chewing gum, the nicotine, for example, and try to chew it, it doesn't make you to quit, but it helps you to go to the good habits so you can quit. And it's like an assistant. That's why it's called supplement to support your body or to help something which you cannot do it from the regular thing activities. And that's why I'm telling all my audience the main things instruction to change your lifestyle and the supplement to support that. Now, let's
Yeah.
start to talk about the main supplements. For example, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is the most common supplement in most drugstores and pharmacies. Why? If you go, for example, to Alaska, in the winter, most people, they don't have a sun. So they stay at home, sleeping all the time because there's no sun, there's no vitamin D. So what's going to happen? They get depressed. And also in Canada, the same thing happened there, or in the winter in some states,
Wow.
because they need the sun. So if I don't have a sun, mostly I will need to take a supplement. But
Mm,
sometimes because they don't take the right doses between time to time, if they try to check in the laboratory test about the right doses and their blood, they will see it's too low, and sometimes the
mm,
doctor recommend to take it as outside injection by high dose, and then they back to regular supplement.
mhm,
Some people, if they don't want to use a supplement as a vitamin D3, you can use other food product like the dry food, sun dry food product like the mushroom, the sun dry mushroom, the sun dry tomato, all these product which is by sun dry. It's recommended because already contain vitamin D3 because they take it from the sun. Any dry fruit from the sun is already contained vitamin D3.
yes. So I live in Canada and our winters are so incredibly long and dark. Like the sun goes down early. And so in the winter, I always supplement with a really good vitamin D and I make sure it's good quality because some of the stuff we're buying in the supermarket or the stores isn't good quality. So we need good quality vitamin D. Like I use the drops. What do you think?
To be honest with you, when I used to study the sport nutrition diploma in UK, it said that not all the countries around the world following one standard for the supplement. Like for example, if you go to Egypt, an example,
Oh,
some companies they selling the whey protein as 25 gram each scoop, but unfortunately, it's 1 gram each scoop, like cheating. I know this is could be shocking, but this is reality because not all the countries follow the right instruction. And that's why
Mm,
if you want to get American FDA is really hard to take it because it has strict rules for the instruction to be American FDA. That's why American FDA, if you have a product has American FDA, you can export it worldwide because it's certified and recognized that this product has no problem or that has the
mm.
right doses.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I've never dealt really dove into that topic, but it's interesting.
Now I will talk about the vitamin B5. B5, this kind of vitamin, you know, the people who have a problem when they eat food and have a problem in the colon, and after that they have the diarrhea. One of the main reasons which affect for the colon, not only just the food, sometimes when you have too much stress at work, it affect for your colon and make also the diarrhea. So we need to take sometimes vitamin B5 to reduce the pain in the colon to stop that. And if you get sometimes diarrhea after this anxiety colon, uh, it's recommended to take something like related probiotic. There's so many supplements for probiotic, but how to choose the best, to be honest, if you still have enough experience to talk about that. But if you sometimes if you don't want to use the supplement, you can use like other ways, like if you have pickled food, like the kimchi or the pickles or anything like that, it's already contained probiotic. Or if you have a yogurt, apples, there's so many food products, you can use it as a probiotic resource. Another thing is the hair supplement. I know this could be weird, the hair and skin supplement for the beauty. This is for beauty, but if you check this supplement, it's contain 11 kind of mineral and vitamin. Usually, these minerals and vitamins reduce for the pregnant woman because she got too much anxiety because pregnancy and stress at home, so she could lose her hair. If she use this supplement, it can how it's work when you take this supplement, the hair and skin supplement. Usually, it will reduce your anxiety to make hair longer and make your face much better.
So you're saying make the skin tighter? Is that what it
Yes,
does? Is it
exactly.
like,
Yeah, it make it
okay.
much better, Yani. Exactly. And that's why
Mm,
you can use the skincare and hair supplement for you to reduce anxiety, to have better mentality health. Because if you check
interesting.
the ingredients, the iron, the
Mhm.
biotin, all these important instructions, including vitamin D3, is already included in the hair and skin supplement.
Mm, that's interesting.
Now I will
Where
tell me,
going
it's
back
okay.
to vitamin B5, what kind of foods have vitamin B5 in it?
You know, there is a famous candy coming in a black color and
Licorice?
has a yucky taste. I forgot the name. We call it
Licorice.
here Arxos. Yes. This already contained vitamin B5 if you eat it.
Oh,
But usually
yeah.
it's
I
coming
don't
like
like
a
it
herb
either.
and we drink it as a tea. We drink it as a tea here.
Yeah, black licorice tea. Yeah, that's
I
exactly what it
know.
is. I don't
I
like the
know.
taste of it either. It's so
But it's
gross.
already contained B5.
Yeah, but we got to eat it, right? Because of the B5. That's interesting.
Mm.
Amazing.
Imagine something, yani, could present it for the kids and they say it's beware from these things. It's already contain something for your. I know that's why we need to understand our food to enjoy losing our weight and have better health. If we
Yeah.
did not understand, we'll be stuck for companies or for specific restaurants. And even when you go these type restaurants, we'll see depressed people. And that's why sometimes we need to understand that to help ourselves because these places it will be not forever. Yeah, and you should make it like a daily habit to be happy, of
Mm.
course, and to be
Yeah.
fair with yourself. Usually in the bodybuilding, we need to understand even cooking for ourselves. That's why a lot of bodybuilders after that they open healthy food restaurants because they already know how to cook.
Mm.
Because if they did not help themselves, they will never be a successful athlete.
Right, eating the right food is so important, and developing habits to put the right foods in our bodies. A lot of fruits and vegetables, a lot of high protein meats. Um, and if you're vegan, you got to learn how to supplement with the right amounts of protein, like nuts and beans and stuff like that. So it's such an important skill to learn, and it affects your mental
Even the
health.
vegan can be healthier, but they just need to understand their food and the right doses for it depends on their food
Hmm.
style, and everything will be fine.
Right.
It's
So
not a problem to be a
supplementing.
vegan or yes, or meat lover. It just need to understand your food. That's it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to talk to us about your routine? What do you eat?
Usually in the morning, I eat something that doesn't contain too much fat, and and sometimes I could eat like in the bulking days, I could eat something like a protein cake. I make it in the microwave by putting like a scoop protein. Or if I don't have that ingredients, I make it like with milk and try to use like oatmeal flour
Hmm.
to put it. If you don't have the flour, you can put the oatmeal in a processor to make it a flour. And then I put like a whole egg and mix it in a microwave for like 1 minute and a half. And then I got a high protein cake to start like a pre-workout. Sometimes I have a problem with the sugar spike, I replace this thing by other food. Like 'cause sometimes I could eat like a chicken butter or something. But not by high doses because the chicken butter is fatty. So I just
Hmm.
eat a little, just like a pre-workout, just to motivate myself, and
Yeah.
then go to the gym after 2 hours or maximum 4 hours because I need after breakfast I need to take my daughter to school and then to work a little bit and then I go to the gym, and that's why
Okay.
it will be I have enough time between the meal and the workout.
Right. So how much protein is in your breakfast?
In the breakfast, like usually I take from 30 to 40. Sometimes I could reach to 50 gram protein.
Got it.
But in the
Okay.
cutting season, sometimes I could eat half chicken, like a snack of chips, a small bag of chips.
Okay.
Not the big one. It's not enough even sometimes.
Okay, so then take us to lunch now. What are you having for lunch?
In the lunch, I eat like something contain like milk. I start with a small bottle of milk, and then with a date fruit or banana, and then I wait like for 20 minutes and have my lunch with my family. We eat like steak, chicken breast, sometimes chicken leg. Sometimes we have potato, sweet potato. Usually I prefer to bake it, or if I want to make it fried, not every day because sometimes I could have a problem with my colon. But mostly I prefer bake it because I try to reduce the fat for my digesting. Because if
Mm.
my colon has a problem, mostly I'll have affected. But anyway, I just try to reduce the processed food. I just try to make it in the weekend with the family when we have a holiday or going outside together.
Right. Okay. And then it sounds like you have a pretty big lunch. And then do you have meals between lunch and dinner? Do you have a snack in between then?
In the snack, sometimes I could have like how can I say like nuts. Sometimes I could have
Mm.
peanuts,
Almonds?
almonds, of course. This is not all important, but I try to take the peanuts, not the roasted one, the uncooked one, the walnuts.
Mm.
That's and also I add some like carbo. Carbo is important, so I try to take complex carbo like rice, like some beans, baked beans, chuck beans, eggplants. I love these things. We have something called misagga. Misagga is a Greek dish, but we still cook it at home and I still love it. It's so yummy, especially in the lunch if they cook
Mm.
misagga.
Amazing. Amazing. So then what do you have for dinner? Like your lunch sounds like you got a pretty big
Dinner,
lunch.
I have like a scoop casein. After I drink it, I wait like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then I have like if my sleeping time still have 2 or 3 hours, I could have like a little bit, sometimes steaks, chicken breast, or
Mm.
have chicken with rice. Because rice, yeah, I need also still carbo because carbo increase the isodenine, which is important to have a good quality sleep. Because if your isodenine is low, you will not have a good sleep. That's why I try to focus in the complex carbo like oatmeal, like rice, uh, some kind of veggies which contain a good number of carbo. It depends, like cucumber, uh, and try to eat some fruits like watermelon, strawberries, berries. All this stuff is really important for me because it also contains some important vitamins and also some sweet potato with with cinnamon sugar to help me have a good blood streaming to have a good sleep.
I love sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are so good.
Especially when we going sometimes outside, there is like a guy who with a truck, a small truck, he push it with his hand and selling baked sweet potato in the oven, in
Oh,
his oven, a mobile oven, and then we eat it just like with a spoon.
yum. That sounds so good. And I like how you put cinnamon on it. It sounds like it would really make it. I'm gonna try that. Hassan, you just gave me a good food tip. I'm gonna try that. So, do you know what I want to bring up you're eating a lot of meats, and one of the supplements in the meats that you're eating is vitamin B12. And so let's talk
Exactly.
about vitamin B12 and why it's so important for mental health.
Uh, Before I remember, a long time ago, they discovered a disease in Indonesia. They didn't know in the beginning how it came from, where it came from, but when they tried to research about their food style, they discovered they're eating the white rice. The white rice, they remove the skin of the rice. So later they give them the skin of the white rice from the brown rice. They give it to them to eat it, and this disappear. This disease disappear.
Mm.
Means that skin was contained the B12. So I was
Oh,
thinking, yani, why the manufacturer companies make the white rice cheaper than the brown rice, while if we try to check there is an additional cost if you add it for the rice to make it white, it will be cost more. But in the reality, we see it's cheaper than the brown rice, and we can fix this problem. But
hmm.
because they said the human being hurt himself by himself, the reality, but still important. Like the B, I don't have that much information about B12, but it has so many important things, especially for when we make workout. We have not have muscle failing, we have also nerve failings. That's why sometimes we need to take it like a capsule, a complex
Hmm.
vitamin B, and usually these capsules already contain B12. So when we take it, it help us to reduce the anxiety to have a better sleep, especially in the last season. Sometimes we could have a rush because changing the places from country to country and changing the foods, sometimes we don't have the perfect right foods. So it's okay to have this supplement with us in the baggage.
Yeah. So for sure, if you're not eating a lot of meat, you need to supplement with methylated B12. And the reason that people need methylated B12 is because it helps with blood flow, it helps with energy, it helps
Even the
with your
problem in the
mental health.
colon, when we have colon problems, it's
Yeah.
affect for the body to take the vitamin B from
Okay.
our body. This is another problem. So that's why sometimes the people who make the obesity operation for their stomach, after they
Mhm.
lose their weight, they need to take a lot of supplement, including the B12 and B5 and so many crazy things. And at the end, if they make the operation, they will tell them make exercise and eat healthy. Okay,
Yeah.
why didn't tell him from the beginning?
Right. Right. I know everyone would be so much better off if they ate the right things and treated their bodies well.
And also, I have something really important for the people who have a serious problem about depression and bipolar disorder. There's something
Please
called
tell us.
acetyl-L-carnitine.
What is it?
Acetyl-L-carnitine is kind of
Oh,
part of L-carnitine. L-carnitine is
yeah.
amino acid coming from a protein.
Yeah.
The protein has complex amino acid to make the protein, but the acetyl-carnitine This ingredient, usually it's coming in a supplement from like 500 milligram to 1 gram, depends on each company. But
Hmm.
if you take within this average, this supplement, how it's work, for example, for me as a man, when I take it, it go immediately or within a short period of time to the brain to organize thinking and make you able to focus on your workout. And plus, it give orders from the brain to the body to increase the testosterone production because there's something happen in the brain from this supplement or
Yeah,
from
they
this
call it
ingredient.
they call it a nootropic. So nootropics
Yes.
light up the
When you
brain.
start, yes, exactly. When you start focusing, the depression will reduce. You start thinking right, and you start making some good activities. That's why it assists you to, it help you to change your bad habits to have a good habits. And plus, when you have more testosterone, means better mood. Yani some people they think that being happy by taking acid carnitine, it will be like no, this is not right. The difference between the right happiness and fake happiness is face. Like when you see this face, this is like a psychopath. Yani. This is something wrong. He's not happy. But when you see somebody smiling like this, normal smiling, this is a real smile.
Yeah.
So people can recognize, people can feel it if this is right or wrong. And this came from the acid carnitine. Another thing which is really important, hydration. Hydration is really, really important to make everything working right. So most of people, they say it from 2 to 3 liters to give you the right doses for water. From each 10 kg of or kilogram of your body weight, you need 300, an average 325 milliliter. This dose could be increased in the hut with temperature and no, of course, no AC, and could be reduced in a cold temperature. It depends. But within exercising, you need like an average 425 milliliter per 1 hour. But remember, make sure don't take it within one time. Try to separate it within the whole day. Take it within the day to feel better. Because even like, for example, marathon running, so many people died after the marathon. Why? Because they drink immediately water and they did not drink any water within the race while they provide water services to drink in the road on the way of running. So if you drink more than 800 milliliter within 1 hour as an adult, mostly you could lose your kidney. But if you split the water, that means your body feel that there is a bad action happen and he must take an action and he saved your life. This is your body. Because to be honest with you, our body thinking by something different from our mind. Our mind something and our body something else. This is
Yeah,
a reality.
totally. I
So
was
just make
told
sure to think the whole day.
I was told to drink half, so my body weight and then half of that in ounces of water. So I'm about
Mhm.
140 pounds. So that would mean I would need 70. Does that make sense?
Let's say 10 kg x 2.2 for the pound, and you will know after that the right doses. For
Okay,
yeah, like let's say 22 pound for each 22 pounds, like 325 milliliter
got it.
for each 22 pound,
Got
the
it.
right
That's easy
doses.
math.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
yeah, another important thing is magnesium. Magnesium is really important. There is kind of supplement you see magnesium and potassium coming together. This supplement for the people who have heart diseases and make reducing the heart rate to make them have a better sleep. Because most people who have like high blood pressure, have heart disease, they are not able to have good quality sleep. So sometimes when you take these supplements, it help you. Why? Because even for me, for example, as a bodybuilder, when we make workout, we have sometimes shaking hand after the workout, so we need to take a magnesium. What's the right doses for magnesium? Your body weight in kg x 6. And if you are an athlete, you need to increase 20% for the dose. Like, for example, if your body weight, for example, 100 kg, you need to take 600 milligram of magnesium and increase 20% if you're an athlete. This is the right dose. But I'm not
Mm,
sure how they could calculate in pound. I think you need to make a double, like let's say pound, the same dose, but oh, you cannot not X6 X3. I think so. I think
got
that
it.
this is the right number.
Yeah, and a lot of people are lacking magnesium, and people who struggle with restless legs and aching muscles. One of the biggest things that they're missing from their body is magnesium. So I like to take a magnesium citrate before bed. I take it in a powder form and I put it in my water, and I find it helps me sleep. And if I have any built up acid in my muscles from working out, I find it helps clear that out as well, and my muscles feel better in the morning. So yeah, really, really great to supplement with magnesium.
And just to tell the audience, if you start realizing when you take the magnesium as a supplement that you have too much diarrhea, and you could have tiredness and not focusing and too much rush in your brain, that could be a sign that you're taking overload. So you make
Mm,
sure if you have these signs, diagnosis, start reducing as a supplement, and you see if these things stopped or not. If these stopped, one of these things, this does mean that you're taking high dose magnesium. Just to announce my audience about
very
that.
great tips. Very great tips. Now, Hassan, we are going to wind down now. I know we have a lot more to talk about, and you're going to come back again, but do you want to kind of wrap up and tell us about your book and about what you do and where we can find you?
You can find this book in all stores in the United States, in
So your book,
Amazon,
what is your book
Walmart.
called again? Captain Garuda,
Captain
A
Garut,
Tale.
A Tale of
Yes,
Bravery, Kindness, and a Big Heart.
beautiful.
And also, we in our company in Emirates, we provide now one of our services for our clients. It's an education company. We provide now, if you are looking for a job in your country and you don't have any experience or you don't have nothing, we can provide you a training program. Choose whatever your skills or career you want to study, and plus we will provide you a free consultation, career consultation, to how to get job opportunity in your own country based from our experience,
Beautiful. So where
step
do
by
people
step
go for
until you
that?
get
Where do
exactly.
people go for that?
They can find all this information if they contact me in WhatsApp and ask what's the requirement to what's the job, the dream job to get it, and then we will start offering calculating the cost, how much you need it will cost you, and then we'll provide you the training program with, of course, with a
Amazing.
teacher.
Amazing. Amazing. Do you want to give our audience a few last tips on supplementation and mental health?
Again, the question.
Do you want to give our audience, before we wrap up for today, one
Okay.
or two last tips for their mental health and supplements?
Every small achievement can be valuable. It's like a piggy bank. When you put every penny every quarter, by the time when it's complete and you break it, you can see the value and get whatever you want. The same thing in the mental health. It doesn't come in one day. It will come day by day, but remember just to need to be patient. And one last advice. When you see your therapist has a negative thinking about life and hopeless, try to think how he can help you. This is the last thing. So make sure when you go to therapist, think if he's thinking positive or negative, because he's just a human being like us. That's it.
Thank you so much for being here again today. And our audience is cheering you on. Good luck in your bodybuilding competition. That's so exciting.
Terima kasih banyak.
Yeah, and to all of our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. That is Hassan Mahumina, and he is about to go into this bodybuilding competition and come back after his competition and let us know how it went. So make sure you guys tune in for that episode. I'm Lisa Urbanski with The Advisor, signing off. Ciao for now.